and Fish Report Live is starting now.
Coming to you live from Studio F in Russia, Ohio, it's the Fish Report Live Show with your hosts, Craig Fissinger and Ken Francis.
Welcome, everyone, to the season finale of Fish Report Live. It is Wednesday night, June the 5th. My name is Craig Fissinger. That's Ken Francis. TK and Heavy D are joining us back in the sound room. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And Ken, it's the end of a high school sports season. It's the end of Fish Report Live Season 2. But we still had a few sports left to play this past weekend, and we got some more sports to do this weekend, don't we?
Yeah, we did. You know, we had a lot going on last weekend with baseball and track and softball, as well as with the Covington girls softball team. So Rushia's had a great spring season, Craig. They finished regional runner-up in baseball. They finished regional champions in girls track, along with a lot of other locals, you know, that are doing very well, sending lots of runners to Columbus this weekend.
Yeah, congratulations to those Russia boys baseball team on just a fine season. Good luck to the Covington Bucks, like you said, this weekend. They're playing up in Akron and State. And we're going to be talking a lot of track tonight, Ken. But before we get to all that, it's the last trivia question of Season 2. I'm ready for it. What do you got?
All right, Craig. Well, I had a trivia question for you, and we were sitting in the gym tonight during the little spring sports presentation, and I was talking to sound man in the back room, TK, back there, and he said, how about this for a trivia question tonight? See if Craig knows this answer. So I said, all right. So I'm kind of winging this one.
Sounds like a good one. All right.
All right. So the Russia girls won a regional championship on last Saturday in track, okay? The Raiders have regional banners, 6 regional banners hung up in their gymnasium, okay?
All right.
All right. What color are those regional banners? Are they white, blue, or gold?
White, blue, or gold. I'm going to assume the boys and girls banners are probably different colors. White, blue, or gold. 3 easy choices there, but boy, I'm going to have to give that some thought.
All right.
See if I can remember what color they are.
Okay.
All right. Well, Ken, let's start out tonight talking some boys track, and I want to ask you. I know you've been there plenty of times before. What do you enjoy the most about going over to the state meet there at Jesse Owens?
Well, you know, I think it's the crowd and the atmosphere, first of all, Craig. It's the, it's Jesse Owens Stadium. You're at Ohio State. The crowd is big, and, there's people everywhere. But top it all off, Craig, it's all quality athletes. Every one of these student athletes has worked hard to get there. They're all at the top of their field. Whether you're, it's the top 16 basically in each event at the state meet, and it's just tremendous competition. There's nothing better than to watch the D3 races, and then, Craig, I like to stick around and watch the D2 races as well, because you got Versailles in there and Coldwater and things like that. So it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of excitement, and I wouldn't miss it.
Describe that atmosphere a little bit. I mean, I was talking last night to some girls on the Russia track team. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But, I asked them to compare to me the atmosphere on a Tuesday night regular season meet to the state meet. What's the difference?
Craig, you're talking 10,000 people in the bleachers. You're talking big screen. You're talking scoreboard. You're talking instant replays. You're talking video. So it's just top shelf. You know, Jesse Owens Stadium is a phenomenal venue for the state meet, and you couldn't ask for a better weekend. And it's going to be especially nice this weekend, Craig, because the weather's going to be nice.
Well, I was talking to one of Fairlawn's athletes competing, Trey Everett, last Wednesday when he qualified for state, and he said he hopes the weather isn't like it was last year. I don't remember what the weather was like last year. What exactly was he?
If I remember right, last year, Craig, it was extremely hot and humid. And this year, I think they're calling for a temperature in the low to mid 70s. So, I recommend whether you've got anybody participating or not, even if someone from your town is not participating, if you want some pure excitement, come out and watch these races. Every race, every field event, they're all very competitive. They're all exciting to watch. And I think we're going to have somebody on the phone here shortly that probably knows the state meet better than anybody.
Yeah, we're going to be talking to the head coach of the Anna boys team, Dean Stewart, here in a little bit, asking him about the state meet and get his perspective on it. He's taking a couple athletes over there. But Ken, I want to ask you, before we talk about Shelby County League teams, there's also some other teams from the area that are going over there. Can you tell us some of the other teams you think will be competitive outside of the Shelby County League?
You're talking from a team standpoint?
From a team standpoint.
I think West Liberty is going to be very good. I think Versailles, even though they finished down a little bit at the district or at the regional level, I think Versailles might be the team to beat on the girls' side in the state meet just simply because of their relays. And, Russia is going to be very competitive. And look for Covington to do well as well.
That's on the girls' side. On the boys' side, I know we've got some local teams like Lehman, Covington, and also Minster that I think they'll have some pretty good be competitive over there as well, don't you think?
I think they will be. I think all those boys teams will be extremely competitive, as well as Coldwater in the Division II girls. I think they've got an outside shot of winning it.
Okay, well, I did make a few notes here about those boys teams, the Lehman, Covington, and Minster boys. And just real quick here, Lehman's actually got 5 boys over there, Ken, competing in 6 different events. One of those is Justin Stewart. I don't know how much you know about him, a junior. He's actually running in 4 different events over there, the 100, 200, 400, and 4x2. Covington's got 6 boys over there in 5 different events. Troy Cron, I know you've seen him. He's in the 110 hurdles and the 300 hurdles. And then Minster actually has 12 boys. 12 boys going over there competing in 8 different events, led by probably Corey Schultz, who's a senior, running the 400, 4x2, and 4x4. So there's going to be a lot of local talent over there to watch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very competitive with Minster boys and, like I said, Covington, Lehman. They're all going to be extremely competitive on that boys' side. So intermix them with some of the big inner city schools, and it's going to be a tremendous meet.
All right. Well, I think we do have the head coach of the Anna Rockets on the phone now, Coach Dean Stewart. Coach, welcome to Fish Report Live, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Well, now we mentioned you've been to the state meet a few times before. Can you tell us exactly how many years you've been going over there?
Let's see. It's my 28th year coaching. My first few years, I had some good athletes. Eric Fote and a hurdler, Shoemate, whose son is actually throwing for Spencerville at the state this week. And Eric Fote's the first 2 athletes ever got to state. His niece is throwing for Anna in the shot put. So in the 28 years, I've probably had 23 years athletes actually compete at the state.
Wow. That's
and then, like you say, I go over every year to watch anyway. So.
Well, that's a bunch of them, and I know it's always a pleasure to bring an athlete over there, and it's certainly not something that every coach gets to do. This year, you actually have 2 boys going over there to compete. Can you tell our viewers out there who those boys are and how you expect them to compete over there?
The first one is Ryan Spicer. He's a senior. He's a discus thrower. He won the districts and he won the regionals. He placed 9th at the state last year as a junior, and he had a best throw of 165 feet 10 inches at the district meet, which broke our school record. So I expect Ryan to do really well there. He's seeded 6th right now. He only threw 159.10, I think, at regionals, which 159 is pretty good. But that puts 5 guys ahead of him. 2 of them are really good. A couple kids in the 170s. So I know Ryan's big goal is just to get on the podium, top 8. I think if he throws what he's capable of, he has a shot to get 3rd or 4th, move up a couple spots from what he's ranked going in. But the discus is one of those events that, and I've seen it so many times at the state the last few years, where a kid will come in 150, 155, and everything clicks and they throw a 170, 180.
Wow.
So I could see him, his practices have gone real well. He's thrown a lot in the 170s, 180s in practices. So I could see him getting off a really good throw, but he's been solid and consistent this year, so I could see him finishing top 4. He's 6th going in right now. Mm-hmm. And then the other kid is Brady Cates, a junior. He's in the 200. He's actually ranked 16 out of 16. at the regionals, he was leading goal coming off the turn against the two LCC kids, and he tightened up. He tried to overstride, struggled to try to keep his keep the lead, and I think he got away from running good form and didn't relax last 50, and he got caught by two runners right at the end. So I think he'll run a lot better. He's run 2 relays at the state. His freshman year, he anchored or led off both the 4x1 and 4x2 that won the state. So he's experienced, but it was always on relays. So I definitely think he has a good shot at making finals, moving up from his 16th place spot. But again, it's a lot of really fast kids there this year. So I know his goal is to make finals.
Dean, hi, this is Ken Francis. And a team I've talked about a few times, actually a week or two ago on our show, and I'm not for sure if people were taking me serious or not, but I'm going to throw this team out there at you and tell me if the Fairlawn Jets got a slight chance to win a state championship this weekend.
The thing about it is I think Everett is really, really good. He could win the high jump very easily.
Now keep in mind, Dean, keep in mind, me and you know track here, all right? It only takes 1 or 2 good runners or athletes to win. Okay? Keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah. 2 years ago when we were runner-up at the state, I had the 2 relays that finished first in the 4x1, 4x2. Dexter was second in the 100 and 7th in the 200, and our discus thrower got 5th. And we got beat by a team that only had 2 runners. Their shot and disc guy won the state in both, and their hurdler got first in the 300 hurdles, second in the 110s, and he got third in the 200. So I agree with you, especially with Everett being so good. He could win both the long jump and the high jump. Cummings is a very good discus thrower. He could finish top 6, maybe higher. He's gotten off 170, could get off 170, 180. They're 4x2. They're seated 16th right now, and you'd really be pushing it for them to make the finals. But those 3 guys, Everett and Cummings alone could score 30 points. So, I think LCC is going to be in the same boat as them. They've got so much talent.
Mm-hmm.
And but I agree with you. Fairlawn, things fall right. You never know what could happen. LCC messes up a couple relays.
Right. Coach, I got one other question for you. There's another Shelby County participant this year, and on the boys' side, Quentin Shear of Fort Loramie. What do you think his chances are this weekend?
Okay, I did see that he's ranked 5th coming in. There's a really good pole vaulter from Columbus Grove that's been very consistent this year. He's consistently 15 feet or better. I think Shear has been pretty consistent too, so I look for him to be a top 6 finish at the state. But I think if things click, he could easily get second.
All right, Coach. Hey, listen, we got one more question before we let you go. And for any of our viewers out there that have never been to the state meet before, I was just asking Ken a little bit about what he enjoys about the state meet. But for the viewers out there that have never been over there before or don't know much about track, in your opinion, why would it be worth making the trip to Columbus this weekend?
I think what really amazes me is the talent level at the state meet. It's just way above anything you see during the regular season. And the kids are every year D3 for the last 10 years has just gotten so much better and better and better. And just it amazes me how many Shelby County athletes actually go there, qualify, and compete and do real well. So I think just if you like track and you watch it during the regular year, just to go over and see some of these just unbelievable athletes, the speed, how high they jump, how far they throw. A lot of people don't get out and watch a shot and disc. It's amazing what some of these kids can do. And I think just have the opportunity to see some great athletes that are at a level that you don't see during the regular season, even at the regional, because they take it up a notch at the state.
All right. Well, I certainly agree with you, and I know Ken does too, Coach. And listen, that's great stuff. Best of luck this weekend. We look forward to seeing you over there, and thanks for joining on the show tonight. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
That was the head coach of the Anna boys, Ken, Dean Stewart. He's been on our show before. Always enjoy talking to him and getting his input on things. And, one of the teams he mentioned over there was LCC, and he was talking about great athletes. They've got actually a pretty good one over there that's a good track athlete, but he's actually going to be playing football, isn't he, next fall?
Yes, he is. He's just offered a scholarship, I know, to Notre Dame, and phenomenal runner, phenomenal athlete. And what's his name? Quentin West?
Darius West.
Darius West.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you were calling him D West at the region.
Yeah, there you go. But so he was a lot of fun to watch. Craig, he's super fast. He's super strong. And there's just lots of athletes, and look for other teams over there. We briefly mentioned before Lehman, led by Justin Stewart, Covington, led by Troy Cron, and Minster with just a slew of boys heading over there, 12 different boys competing in 8 different events. They may be odds-on favorite to win it. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, well, that's going to do it for our boys track talk, but hang in there. We're going to be talking some girls track after the break, including those interviews with the Russia Raider girls team. We'll be right back.
I got red and blues and my real fuel to a 9 down 75. I got blood on my boots and a shaky hand and a smoking 45. There's a light in the sky, 10-step booms, all with the beat on me. Well, I hope they're ready for a long, long night, 'cause I won't go easily. They'll never take me alive. Go on after me, 'cause I shot that girl. The one that said she loved me. They'll never take me alive. This is the end of me, 'cause I shot that girl. The one that said she loved me. My friends all told me what I could not believe, what the whole town already knew. With that little girl I call my own, she just could not be true. So I drove around till I found a truck parked in that boy's drive. Well, I kicked in the door, emptied my gun, said, hey, have a nice night, but never take me alive. Go on after me, 'cause I shot that girl. The one that said she loved me. You'll never take me alive. This is the end of me, 'cause I shot that girl. The one that said she loved me.
All right, welcome back to the second half of Fish Report Live, everyone, our season finale, Ken. And before the break, we were talking some boys track. We're going to change gears now, talk some girls track. Before we get into high school girls talk, though, I do want to go back to the sound room. We had a college girl running tonight, and actually a 2011 Russia alum, Katie Borchers. Very excited, very proud for her back here in Russia. I know she was running in the NCAA National Championship tonight, which is the best of the best. Guys, you got a report on how Katie did tonight?
Yeah, we were able to pull that up here on the big screen back here, Fish. And what she did, and she was in the second heat. She finished seventh. Unfortunately, that's not quite fast enough to go on, but she did have an impressive 2:08.43 in the 800. So congratulations to Katie. Probably a great trip going out west, out to Eugene, the home of track and field and cross country. Probably some amazing stories from her trip out there. So can't wait to see her when she gets back and hear about that.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for that. I know Katie's PR is actually, Ken, I think a 2:05, so she's just a few seconds off that, but she's really done a lot for Russia's program here back in high school, hasn't she?
Yes, she has. She's been phenomenal. She was phenomenal in high school. She's had a great career so far in Ohio State, and just a great kid. She's worked hard for it, and comes from a great family, and she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, she set that bar up there. All these girls that come after her, kind of like, they've got something to shoot for. She's got a state championship banner hanging on the wall.
Yes, she does. And you know what? She's given the bar pretty high. Like I said, in cross country, she was the school record holder, and fortunately, that record's been broken twice already since by two different girls, and her mile record was also broken. So, Katie, you've been awesome, and we appreciate what you've done for Russia sports.
All right, Ken, well, let's get to some girls talk, some high school girls talk. And last weekend, the Russia girls won a regional title. And I want to ask you, were you surprised at all that the girls were able to pull that off?
Craig, I got to admit, I was a little bit surprised. Okay, I knew they had a chance. But, as I looked at things before the meet, I thought, I just don't know that it's going to happen, But we got so many great performances from so many kids, in so many events. Kids not even going on to state that finished 5th place in a relay or 6th place in a relay or 5th place in the long jump or whatever. So it was just a phenomenal day by the Russia kids. They only had 12 or 13 kids competing, I believe, at the regional level. And, it was just, it was a great day for Russia track, and it was a lot of fun. And, it's a day that I'll never forget.
All right, well, we had a chance to stop out last night at the Russia track and talk to those girls that are moving on to state at a practice they had last night. We asked them about that regional title as well as some business they want to take care of this weekend. Let's see what they had to say. Winning that regional title on Saturday, I saw the bus coming back into town. A lot of girls with smiles on their faces. What did that regional title mean to your team?
It really meant a lot to us. At districts, we got runner-up, and we were hoping to possibly win there. So going against Versailles and Minster at the regional, we knew it was going to be really tough. They're always good competition and bigger than us. So getting that title, and with it being the first time any girls sport in Russia getting that regional title, it was just really, we've all felt really accomplished.
All right, well, this is your last high school meet or last meet of your high school career. Does that enter into your motivation at all when you're high jumping on Friday?
Yeah, I think it definitely will. Last meet, it was, if I don't make this jump, I'm not going back to Jesse Owens, so it's crunch time, like right now. So I'm kind of a sentimental person. I think once that hits me and I'm there for the last time, that'll motivate me to get over the bar.
Well, you were at Jesse Owens last year competing in the pole vault. You're back again this year. What's different this year compared to last year?
Last year I made it, and my goal the whole year was just to make it to state. So when I got there, I was just like, oh, I'm here. I don't have anything else. So this year I made a goal to get to state, and then I have goals for state too, to make sure I do my best and I don't just get caught up in being there and not performing. I
heard this weekend you might actually be using a different pole. That's typically not something you try something new right before the state meet. Is that what's going on with that?
Well, I was at the regional track meet, and my green pole, my 110, I got last year, and it's just not getting me up. It's not doing what I want it to do. So my dad actually talked to a different coach and was asking if we could borrow some poles. And so I got 2 new poles that are actually working for me. I tried them out yesterday. It was the first time to use them, and so I'm hoping that will get me past my heights that I can't get past. So it'll be interesting to see, but I'm excited for it.
Leah, you're competing this week in the 100 hurdles, and it's a very competitive 100 hurdles. And the reason I say that is because usually first place and last place is decided by less than a second. I want to ask you, at this level, what does it take to run a good 100 hurdles?
I'd say definitely coming out of the blocks, having a good start, and just being strong and throughout the whole race, having good speed in between the hurdles and whatnot.
Now, I talked to a hurdler last year from Waynesfield Goshen that didn't make it out of prelims to finals, and she said the reason was she kicked a hurdle. At this level, does it matter if you kick a hurdle? Does it make that big of a difference?
Yeah, definitely, especially at state because the hurdles are so heavy. Since they're weighted down and you hit one and it completely messes up your form, and it'll definitely get you.
All right, now your brother Tyler actually went to the state meet last year. He graduated. I saw him at the regional meet watching you. I want to know, did you get any brotherly advice from Tyler this weekend?
He's always really supportive of me, and really all he usually says is good luck and don't be nervous, but that's about it. He's always supportive though.
All right, we're here with Russia sophomore Claire Sherman. And Claire, we talked to you last Wednesday. We asked you about the state meet coming up after you qualified in the 4x8. You acted pretty calm, like you weren't nervous at all. I want to ask you, it's a few days till the state meet now. Are you nervous yet?
I'm definitely starting to get nervous, but all the nerves haven't kicked in yet just because we're all still so excited about qualifying and making it.
All right, well, this is your first trip to state. Several of your teammates have been there before. Have they told anything to get you ready for state?
They just have basically been saying to go out and do your best. You can't really ask for anything more than that. I mean, we'd love to get on podium, but just doing our best, we'll be happy with that and just be mentally ready to go.
just got done with practice tonight. How's practice going? Is it just like any regular season practice on a weeknight, or do you take it easy this week?
I've actually been going pretty hard because I just hope to do some pretty big things this weekend, so I've been pushing myself.
Okay, well, you come into this weekend with actually the best 400 time in the state, a 56.75. Now, I was talking to a coach at the beginning of the season. I told her Rushi had a freshman that was running a 59 in the 400 right now, and she said, wow, that's going to get her to state. Well, I don't think a 59 would have got you out of regionals last weekend. Are you surprised with how fast the 400 is this year, and how low can you go?
No, I'm actually not surprised because competition keeps getting better and your times just keep getting faster and faster, and I'm just hoping I can run at least like maybe cut another second off, like a 55 or something.
Explain to me what you're thinking about before you get into those blocks and until that gun goes off. What's going through Lauren Heaton's head?
Well, I'm just hope that I don't false start, and I just keep thinking that I'm gonna have a good race and that I can do it, and I just hope that I can end up the number one out there. So.
All right, we're here with Rushi senior Lauren Francis. And Lauren, this is it, your last meet of your high school career. You're running the 4x8 on Friday. You're running the 3200 on Saturday. I know the temperature is forecast for the mid-70s, but you like it hot. That's kind of rare for a distance runner to like hot weather. What is it about hot weather you like?
I don't know. I just seem to always run good races during the hot weather. I just like breaking a sweat before my race starts.
All right, now the competition in the 3200, you're going to be really familiar with, a lot of familiar names from the cross-country season. I want to know, when you get to that start line, is there a lot of talking among the competitors, or is it all business until the race is over?
Yeah, a lot of us girls have ran against each other before through cross-country or in the 2-mile or 1-mile races. So we kind of know each other's races and how they can run and what they're capable of doing. So we kind of always talk before the races and just catch up on different things.
All right, now last Wednesday I asked a lot of the state qualifiers what they were looking forward to most about this weekend's meet, and a lot of them said the atmosphere. Can you tell me what's the difference between the atmosphere on a regular season Tuesday night meet compared to what it's going to be like this weekend?
Well, at a Tuesday night meet, a lot of times during the 3200, you're stuck running by yourself and you don't really have anybody to push you because that race can easily be broken up with so many laps. But at the state meet, there is so many people that can run the same time, so you get closed up in a very tight pack. And last year, I know the refs along the way were yelling at us the whole time because we kept on tripping each other, and I actually stepped out of bounds because somebody pushed me, but thankfully I didn't get disqualified.
All right, Cam. Well, that was a lot of fun talking to those girls last night. One girl that wasn't in that video, that wasn't available to talk last night and is heading to state, is Rushi sophomore Emily Borchers, and she's going in 2 events, isn't she?
Yeah, she'll be there in 2 events as well, and she'll be in the 1600 meter run as well as the 4x8 relay.
Yeah, and as you mentioned before, she actually broke her sister's record of the
Yes, she did. She ran a great race at the regional meet in the mile, and she's hopefully she'll do well Saturday.
All right, Cam. Well, when we look at the Shelby County League girls, there's more than just the Rushi girls heading over there. And let's take a quick look and see what other participants from the Shelby County League will be competing at state.
Yeah, Shelby County League will be very well represented. Craig, from Anna, they've got Megan Fote throwing the shot put. Jackson Center has freshman Nicole Fote throwing the discus. Fairlawn, Olivia Cummings, a senior, will be throwing the shot and the disc. And Fort Loramie's 4x800 meter relay team will be going. Celine Waters, Tara Lupke, Rachel Schmidtmeyer, and Meg Westerheide. Olivia Quinter also running the 300 meter hurdles. And Craig, maybe the biggest favorite of these Shelby County qualifiers has to be Meg Westerheide of Fort Loramie in the Open 800. She's been running tremendous this year. So best of luck to all the Shelby County qualifiers.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to, you mentioned Meg, a good time from her in the 800. I think she's got one of the best times in the state right now. Well, Ken, I want to ask you one more question, and this isn't, I don't want you to answer this as a co-host, but I want you to answer this as a dad of a senior athlete. I know you've been going to the state meet for a lot of years now, and this is actually not only your daughter's last state meet, but it's actually going to be your last state meet as a dad of a runner over there. What's it going to be like for you?
You trying to make me break down on the show? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. This will be my daughter's 6th appearance at the state level, whether it's cross country or track. And so pretty proud of that. And she's been a tremendous kid, tremendous worker, and I'm pretty proud of her.
All right. Well, we are too, and I know all of us here are, as well as the whole town of Rushi here. She's definitely represented this school very well. But I'll end it at that. I won't get you all sappy here anymore. But let's get back to that trivia question. Speaking of banners hanging on the wall, give me that question you got to get. I'm trying to get a little help on
Craig,
Twitter.
I know you've been in that gymnasium probably 1,000 times.
Yeah.
All right. But the regional banners, regional championship banners are a specific color. The Russia girls will have a new one put up on the wall soon. Are they white, blue, or gold?
Yeah, you're right. I've been in that gym so many times. I don't know why I can't think what color they are. First I said there's no blue banners hanging on the wall, but I think there is. I'm going to guess the boys are probably blue. I sure don't think there's any gold banners hanging up there, but I'm going to guess white. I'm going to go with white.
It is white. You're right.
All right.
You're right. That was a good guess. But there are gold banners hanging in the gym.
There are.
Yes,
What are those for?
I don't know, but there's some of them hanging in there too.
All right. Well, I guess good for the final question of season 2. So that's pretty good. Before we go though tonight, I do want to go back to the sound room one last time, guys. You know this is it. Season 2 is we're wrapping it up here. I started counting, and I think we've actually talked to around 140, 150 athletes this season. And I want to ask you guys back there if either of you guys got any favorite moments from season 2.
I'll tell you what, Craig, being back here in the sound room has just been awesome, sharing this with my good friends. I got a chance to do Heavy D's outdoor adventure. That was excellent. We had one heck of a Fish Report Christmas party. About midway through the season, I told TK that, I'm tired of working for peanuts, so you got us some cashews back here. And it just, the list goes on and on. I'm just really happy with the season, and the sound room's been great. And every time we come back here, you add a new toy for us to play with, and that's about what I got to say about that.
How about you, TK? Any favorite moments from season 2?
There's a lot of I can't select one. There's been a lot of stuff that has been fun doing. I just can't believe the number of quality athletes we've been able to get a hold of. I think at one point, and we probably long past it, we had 7 or 8 state champions we've interviewed and talked to, and all the kids have been great. It's been a lot of fun back here running the boards and helping out, making a good show. So it's all been fun.
Well, you guys were certainly a welcome addition this season. I know that Ken and I can't do all that you do, and you guys do an awesome job. So we're glad to have you. Ken, how about you? Any favorite moments?
Craig, I always look forward to Wednesday nights. They're all special, so I can't pinpoint one. But I guess have a special moment would be adding the sound room guys. TK, Heavy D, you guys have done a great job back here. But most importantly, and I think I'll speak for the sound room here, hats off to the main host here, our boss, the whole guy. He does a lot of work undercover here, and he does a great job, and we appreciate that.
Well, I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you guys, that's for sure. It's fun, like you said, getting together on Wednesday nights, and I love it, and looking forward to next year, Ken, season 3. But that's going to wrap it up for us, though, tonight. Before I go, I did leave the viewers with a cliffhanger last year. I told them we were going to be adding something new, and that was, like you said, the sound room and the addition of TK and Heavy D to the staff here. Next year, I got some ideas bouncing around in my head. Not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but definitely going to be bigger and better next year. You'll have to wait until this fall, though, to find out. So that's going to, like I said, do it for us tonight. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're going to leave you with a few bloopers from our interviews there just a little bit ago with the Russia girls team. So enjoy that, and have a great summer, everyone. Your last meet of your high school career. I want to know, hang on, let me do that again. The last meet of your high school career, you're running the 4x8 relay on Friday, trying to qualify for Saturday, and then you're also running the 3200 on Saturday. Wait, that's not right. You're running 4x8. What am I thinking?
Finals.
All right, one more time.
Who says pepper alley?
I would say pepper alley.
You got 2 easy ones, Claire.
Yeah.
All right.
But I forget.
All right. Shh.
Yeah.
You can just hold it.
We should just hold him.
All right, whenever.
From Studio F in Russia, Ohio, for Ken Francis, Craig Fissinger, and TK, this is Heavy D, signing off saying good night and good fishing.